But not all of us are mature enough to fess up or to be honest or be humble enough to admit it and say, yes, I made the mistake. Or I made the choice to go down this road, although all signs pointed elsewhere. So back to A and B. If you take B, hitch up with that individual on B rather than taking the road A that God clearly laid out for you, and ignore that person that he specifically set aside for you. Do you think that you can go down road B and say, well, Lord, I realize this is a mistake, but just turn my road B into road A? I don't think it works that way. When we play spades, some people play blinds. You can bid a blind 6 or blind 7, to try to catch up or get yourself out of the hole. But where I come from, this is how we respond to the blind thing. You see your way in, then you should be able to see your way out. In other words, you saw yourself going down the wrong path. Then you should be able to see your way off of that wrong path and back to the right one. Nobody's going to come in and just save you and turn that wrong path into the right path. That's almost like, well, Lord, I'm in hell right now. Can you just turn hell into heaven for me? And save me the trouble of having to get myself together and make up for all the crap that I've done? Can you just wipe all that clean and just wipe everybody's memory of what I've done? Yeah, God forgives us. He gives us clean slates. But we still have to work to get back to where we were. And we have to make amends with the hearts that we've broken. We have to make amends with those individuals that we've either mistreated, disrespected, or whatever happened on road B or path B, when there have been people in our lives that have tried to keep us on road A, but we purposely turned away from it. So God is not going to take that bad choice and turn it into a right choice. Don't work that way. You see your way in, you see your way out. You put yourself there, so you need to get yourself out of that situation. This is just my opinion. This is just what I think and feel about the whole divorce thing. We all make choices, good and bad. Nobody's perfect. We've all fallen short, and I know I've fallen short in this life. But I'm willing to admit when I've made those mistakes, when I've made those bad choices. And this is not to speak ill of anybody that I've been in relationship with or been married to. It's just honesty that in both my marriages, I did not take the proper time to fully get to know the individual or fully allow the individual to know me. Enough time to realize whether or not it's the right thing to do. I didn't do it. So I set myself up for misery. I set myself up for pain. I set myself up for heartache. And I set myself up for failure. I set myself up for divorce, is what it boils down to. But I think, again, back to the divorce rate, the increasing divorce rate. It ain't because of the freaking economy. It's just some dumbness. It's just stupid to even consider that. They say, well, because the economy is improving, the divorce rate is going up. That's just dumb. But if you want to get on that bandwagon, one of the leading causes, so to say, for divorce are financial issues, financial differences, financial disagreements, finances. So, if you look at it from that aspect, if the economy is improving, then it means people's finances are improving, right? So if divorce is caused by financial issues and people's finances are improving, then the rate itself should pretty much stay where it is, right? Or the rate should improve. It should decrease. So again, whoever came up with the idea that the divorce rate is increasing because of an improved economy, it's just stupid. Again, this is my opinion. And in my opinion, I believe I can use the word idiot if I want to. And in reality, we all have been idiots at some point in our life. So suck it up and deal with it. But we got to get serious about relationships. We got to get serious about marriage. We have to respect marriage enough to court somebody rather than freaking date them. Anybody can date anybody. Go out, hang out, spend time, get drinks, go out to eat, go to movies and whatnot. The courtship, you need to get to know the whole person, not just how they are in social settings. Get to know their family, spend time with their family, see how they treat their family. Because if they don't have respect for their mother and their father, then what the hell are you thinking to think that they're going to have respect for you? It's just not going to happen. If a man does not respect his mother, of all people, you think he's going to respect you? Really? And the same with the females. If they don't respect their fathers or their mothers, what makes you think they're going to respect you as a man? But if you don't get to know that, you'll never know it. You find yourself in a marriage just miserable because all you'll hear is, you ain't my daddy, you ain't my mama, you can't tell me what to do. Really? That ain't what it's about. And again, I can only speak based on my experience. And everything that I've said in this video is based on what I've experienced. And again, you got to get to know the whole person before you talk about marrying the person. If you don't, then it just shows a bit of disrespect for the whole concept of marriage, or for the institution of marriage that God created the way He created it. And I think if there's anybody you need to talk to about who it is you're supposed to marry, it's God. It's Him. He knows. If He knows everything, then why not talk to Him? We put more stock in freaking TV shows and people like world-renowned psychiatrists who have their own TV shows. We put stock in that crap. In humans that are not all-knowing. And we run with it. Now, there are people here that can help us, that I think God uses to guide us and lead us. But ultimately, if you don't have some form of a relationship with God, then you're up for grabs. Whichever way the wind blows, or whichever way the hormones blow, is where you'll find yourself thinking you're in love, and you have no idea or no clue as to what love is and what it does and what it's about. Because somebody made you feel good, so you're in love. Crazy. But I'm just rambling. I'm just talking. These are just thoughts that have been in my head, and I'm sharing them. I'm not an expert on anything. All I am is a man who has experienced lots of different things in life when it comes to relationship. And I'm just talking, and I'm just sharing my thoughts. I'm not trying to convince anybody to do anything that their hearts are not telling them to do. All I ask is that we as individuals be honest with ourselves first and foremost about the things that we've allowed into our lives. And then after being honest with ourselves, we have to be honest with those around us and those that we love and that we say we love. Because if our honesty leads us to something other than continuing the current relationships that we are involved in, then it's only fair and respectful that we are honest with those individuals around us. Plain and simple. But I love you all, each and every one. And again, I'm just rambling. I'm just talking. Conversation. Hopefully invoking some thought. Not to influence anybody, but just to make you think. Think for yourself. Shut everybody else off for a minute and just think for yourself. You'll be surprised at the difference it makes when we're able to stand on our own and think for ourselves. Spend time in thought. Spend time within our own hearts to see what it is that we desire truly out of life. And seek God for the answers. You know, we like to see things. We like to hold things. We like the tangible because it's easy. But one of the hardest things to do in life is just to trust in God. To trust the one you don't necessarily physically see. Trust His word, trust His will, and trust that He'll take care of you. A lot better than the individuals that are physically around you that say they're going to take care of you, they can take care of you. Nobody can take care of you the way that God can. And through the right people, the people that He's called to be in your life, He'll take care of you. So seek Him ultimately before doing anything crazy or anything that you're uncertain of or anything that you've seen those red flags about. But again, these are just my thoughts, my opinions based on my life, my experiences, and the things that go around in this head right here. But again, I love you. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have fun.